Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Martin and today we're looking at episode 5. Never remember correctly. Yeah, episode 5 of Firefly. That's where we're at. Episode 5. This is going quickly. This is going quicker than I thought it was going to. I just thought watching a TV show it would feel like a longer experience having to do this week to week, but it's actually going by pretty quickly, which is kind of a scary thing, I suppose. But yeah, last time, episode 4, we got a look at the way that the higher society lived their lives in this part of the galaxy. I don't know how wide and how much breadth this galaxy is supposed to have, but in terms of what the higher class is and where wealthy people, how they sort of act and interact with one another, we sort of got an idea with what that was last time. As well as that, we got to see Mal sort of fighting for Inara's honor, or at least as he sees it to be. And we've got a better idea of Inara's sort of free-spiritedness and why she hangs around with this crew traveling the galaxy and all that stuff. It was a good episode. It was more of a sort of slower burn, funny, but also it had sort of through lines and undercurrents about honor and belief and all that kind of stuff. It was a good episode. Wasn't one of my favorites, but it was a solid, good episode. But that was last time. This time we're jumping into something else. Don't know what that something else is, but we're about to find out. So without further ado, this is episode 5 of Firefly. I assume this is Simon and River.
Simon, we got
Yeah, there we go, Simon.
Squad.
It's from the book.
Hold on a second.
No, the
Isn't that Zac Efron?
This whole conclusion is fallacious.
That's 100% Zac Efron, right? That I'm not
So,
making that up, am I?
Now, do you think it's possible for you two geniuses to give your tired old dad a couple minutes quiet?
No!
Oh, ah,
It's okay.
that cut, Jesus.
Dig into me, shove twin.
I'm just gonna give you a smoother.
I don't think she wants it.
You see that? Fancy vessels such as that don't land.
Mountain men.
Got something to sell.
Crazy mountain men.
If it happens to be something we need,
Ooh.
we take it.
Okay. Looks like we're dropping off those cows from the last episode, and there's a bunch of crazy people and living in the woods. Well, desperate people at the very least.
Eat, sleep, and eat.
He's the cow whisperer.
What is this, a duck?
It's a swan. I like it.
You do?
Looks like a
it
duck.
was made by a person really longed to see a swan.
Perhaps because they'd only heard it.
Okay, so that's why it doesn't look like a swan, because it's someone who's never saw one.
You think this is...
A gift? For whom?
I just kind of like it. It's rich, you know?
Oh, for Simon.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you said it
You're
though.
not
You
doing a
did, but
very
you
good job
didn't.
of hiding your interest.
It's dirty and sharp.
Simon, just let it go. It's okay. Simon needs some humbling.
It's fun being forced to the ass end of the galaxy to get to live on a piece of Lasso wreck and eat molded protein and be bullied around by our Pien Jojo Cha Ren of a captain. It's fun.
Serenity ain't Lissa.
No, I didn't mean.
Yeah, you did. You meant everything you just said.
Well, no. Actually, I was being ironic. So in the strictest sense,
You were
I didn't.
being mean, is what.
Yeah, you were, Simon. You own up
And
to
if
it.
that's what you...
He just needs to chill out a little bit, Simon. You just need to relax. I know you've got a lot of shit on your plate. Now River's gone missing. That's another thing. But chill out, my man.
I can go to 25.
Well, we'll be taking a loss, but you seem like clean and virtuous boys. Done.
Played them. Fiddles.
Marcus and Nathaniel Grange, you are both wanted in connection to the illegal killing of Rance Durbin.
This is unfortunate.
By law to stand down.
Never goes smooth. How come it never goes smooth?
Because you're on a TV show. and things have to go bad in TV. It's an interesting mix. I like how Miles was concerned that River and Simon being around would make things more complicated. I don't think that situation could have gone worse for them. At least they look like they're okay now. It looks like, oh wait, no, I spoke too soon. And she be feeling it. She can sense the pain in the air. Ah, what the fuck? Why? Why is this happening? Christ, so much happened there. So much happened at once.
You get the cash?
More important things right now, Jane. Come on now.
Oh God.
If only you didn't
Wash it down in the
send
infirmary,
the
Metro.
doctor away.
Get dressed up.
That ain't good. That ain't good. Oh, it's these guys. Boy, it might be the crazy people. I knew that they're going to factor into it somehow. But why do they want Simon?
Some of these words, they're misspelled.
Was lost without her big brother. Now I'm beginning to wonder if it isn't the other way around.
I mean, I feel like
Did
that's
you have a good
River
time
being the
with Doug
genius that she is. I feel like it's a fairly obvious sign that the parents should pick up
River
on.
thought it was dull.
Once the captain realizes what happened, they'll come.
Or not. Or they're going to leave. that's got burned a little bit. But at the same time, I mean, how would you find him? How would you find him if he's been taken into the woods somewhere? And Shepard is just, like, bleeding out on the table.
I'm not talking about Simon.
Oh?
I'm talking about medical facilities.
That's not an option. Nor is it
she
a
wants
discussion I much want to have at the moment.
an
It
alliance
doesn't matter what you want. He's
facility, I
dying.
assume.
And we need.
Yep, I don't see him wanting to do that either. That's a lot of options Mal doesn't want to take, isn't it? maybe they ain't so crazy or anything. It's just people who need help.
You sure this is where you want to be?
Oh, I'm fairly certain it ain't.
Yep, here we go. Well, they're a friendly bunch, aren't they?
We aren't an emergency facility, Captain. Our services aren't available simply to anyone.
Man. My ident card.
This. What's this? We're going to learn something about the Shepherd? We're going to learn something? Is he going to have, like, top secret clearance or some shit?
Get this man to the infirmary at once.
What the fuck is going on? It's face. My face.
Bandage clean.
See, that's my whole problem with picking up tourists. They ain't never what they claim to be.
It seems like everyone's got a tale to tell.
I was figured that Shepard must have some kind of background history. Because he knew who that criminal was when the name was mentioned in the earlier episode. Beat the shit out of the other guy like it was nothing.
River's got
You have to eat.
I mean, they might be poisoned.
Berries.
Okay, they're not.
Daddy will come and take us home.
I'm very suspect of their parents after that little flashback scene.
These are better than the Camberson's berries.
They are. Except they're poison.
Oh my god, as it.
You believed her. Made a face.
I was gonna say, she wouldn't feed them to him.
Mother got crazy, killed the sister.
Telepathic
No
conversations.
one lived.
Poor woman went out of her mind, tried to kill her two girls. Ruby lived.
Yikes.
And they shall speak truths and whisper secrets, and you will know them by their crafts.
What?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, right?
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Oh my god. That's oh, of all the places, I did not expect this to go this way. I have to say, this show is good at just twisting things constantly.
I will not come for you.
Well, it's
Now,
clear that the parents do not give a shit
coming
about
home?
River. Or turning a willful blind eye, I suppose.
I'm the patron here. Do you know what that means?
How do these people believe in witches? They see
You're in
like
charge.
spaceships every day.
Ever since the old patron died,
That's right.
he was sick. And he was getting better. You were alone in the room with him.
Jesus
This girl
Christ.
reads minds and spins falsehoods. She's a witch, and we must purge the devil from her with fire.
Unbelievable. This witch angle's really thrown me for a loop. It was like the last thing I expected to see.
You're gonna be.
If she dies tonight, it won't be God's will that killed her. It'll be you. Your lunacy, your ignorance.
I mean, it's a weird kind of like connective tissue to his ignorance towards Kaylee's way of life. They somehow found them, but I'm okay with it.
Here's the guy there just in the nick of time. What does that make us? Big damn heroes, sir. Ain't we just?
Sorry to interrupt. Girl is a witch.
Yeah, but she's our witch.
Damn right.
Cut her the hell down.
Why did you come back for us?
You're on my crew.
Yeah, but you don't even like me.
There you go. Doesn't matter. He's
Why'd
still
you
on the
come
crew.
back?
You're on my crew.
Listen to what he's saying.
Talking
Simon.
about this.
Yeah. Jesus.
2010. No need to dress.
I like to think Simon has done some development this episode. Maybe he's a bit more grateful for what he's got. Because quite frankly, look at this. Look at this food. He's landed on his feet. His situation could have ended up a lot worse. Okay, that was the reaction to episode 5 of Firefly. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss any future episodes. But other than that, we're going to get into the discussion of this episode. Okay, well, that episode threw me through multiple loops. I thought the little trade deal was going to go fine with the cows, and then it didn't, and then I thought Mal and Jane were going to get lumped in with the people that were being arrested, but they were fine because they quite rightly pointed out that the law guys got exactly who they wanted anyway, so they weren't bothered about them. Then we had Simon and River getting kidnapped by what seemed like crazy mountain people. And when I first saw the crazy mountain people, I assumed, okay, this is where our twist is going to come in. This is where it's making you think they're one thing and then something else is going to happen. That's the moment I saw them, that's what I was thinking. And that's kind of what happened. We had a moment where they were brought into the village and you're like, oh, there's just a sick, desperate people there and they need a doctor and it's going to be fine. Oh no, they're all crazy religious witch hunting people apparently. And because of River's telekinetic-y, psychic-y, powery things that she's got going on, obviously she's going to be trialed as a witch because that's exactly where I thought that this episode was going to go. It was going to turn into a witch hunt. Then on top of all that, we had Shepherd being shot and injured, and then a slight peel back of the layered onion of whatever's his past may entail, with the Alliance just being like, get this guy healed up. This guy's important, apparently. What? Basically what I'm getting at. I feel like there was a lot jammed packed into this episode, and there were some relations, like I said in the reaction, like the whole moment where Simon sort of confronts the village of people trying to burn his sister. I feel like that moment was meant to sort of maybe enlighten him, like ignite something in his mind that maybe these village people aren't the only people that have been slightly ignorant to the things around them, and hopefully that was what happened through his mind in that moment, and he could see why he was being such an asshole to Kaylee earlier on in the episode. Which, I mean, I get he's stressed. I think that's what this episode was largely about. It's just showing Simon and River's relationship in a bit more detail and what he's willing to do to keep it safe, but also trying to get him out of a mindset of hating his environment. I mean, that's why the ending little segment with him and Mal was quite good. It sort of opened his eyes a little bit to the fact that these are people he's with. They might butt heads with, but they are ultimately good people, and maybe he should appreciate that a little bit more. And hopefully he does now, and he understands that he's part of the crew, he's part of this family, and he's in it with them at this point in time. So, you know, they will look after him, and in turn, hopefully he will look after them, and all will be well in the world, but I suspect there will be more drama ahead, so we'll see what happens. I really liked seeing some of the past for Simon and River, specifically the relationship with their parents, because that was interesting me a little bit. I was like, well, where are the parents in this scenario? Because obviously they're brother and sister. What happened with them? And here we got some answers to that. I'm not 100% sure if the parents were aware of what's happening to River or not, or if it was just willful blindness to it, like they just didn't want to ask any questions, because Simon's right, there's clear signs that there was something wrong going on. Like, she's a genius level intellect, and she's making these very basic mistakes and stuff, clearly a cry for help, but both of them are just like, no, it's fine, you're just playing silly games. Whatever excuse you can think of. Like, it was interesting to finally see why Simon had to sort of do it alone, as it were, why he made the attempt to break his sister out on his own. His parents weren't involved, and clearly you could tell it's something to do with their attitude towards it. I don't know if we'll actually ever find out if they were in on it, if they knew what the place they were sending River to was all about or not. I have no idea, but it was just great to sort of see. Again, it all ties back into Simon's bravery, despite his questionable attitude towards certain things, shall we say. But I feel in this episode, more than any of the others, he was a little bit more of a stress head. Like, in previous episodes, he's been stressed, but it was kind of more of an anxiety and I suppose a more there was something more to it that was a bit more empathetic, so you sort of lean towards his side a little bit more. In this episode, it came, at least at the start of the episode, it felt a little bit more like he was being the aggressor in his stress, and I feel that was kind of done by design to sort of flip the script a little bit, and also so you could see a little bit of development in him for the end of the episode with what I was saying earlier. As for the whole Shepherd thing, like I said in the reaction, if it's in the cut, I figured there must be something going on with his past that we don't know, because he knew that gangster Niska by full name when his name got brought up in that one episode. He was able to beat up that Alliance officer in the first episode without any problems. So clearly there is something in his past that we don't know about. It's something high level. I don't know if he was involved with the Alliance or if he was involved in criminal circles or what it was. Clearly he was someone who had some kind of influence in the world or the galaxy with the higher ups, and no idea what that is. Don't know if we're going to learn what that is at all. Hopefully we get a little bit more of whatever it is peeled back as the episodes go along, but here we are at episode 5. We've only got 9 more episodes to go, and I mean, granted you can fit a lot in 9 more episodes, but I don't know if we're really going to get the full onion peel off of this or not. I just hope we get at least a little bit more, just a little bit more. I feel like it's been teased and this was the most overt, obvious tease of whatever it is. So I'm looking forward to like some kind of actual, I don't know, like I don't want a full reveal because I like the idea of it being a mystery to some degree, but just a little bit, just a little bit more of whatever it is that's going on with him. But overall, I think this episode was pretty well designed and written. Like, I feel like there were lots of situations that came about because of choices characters made, and like the narrative could have taken completely different directions based on those choices. Like, if Mal hadn't sent off Simon and River off into town, obviously they would have never been kidnapped, but on top of that, they would have been a doctor there to heal Shepherd, and they never would have had to gone to the Alliance. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just this nice, like, it's nicely written stuff where it allows the drama to unfold in a way that feels more natural, and it makes sense. Like, there's a reason why Mal would want Simon and River out of the way whilst they're trying to put down this illegal deal, just in case anything would go wrong. But then obviously it goes horrendously wrong anyway, which is funny in of itself. But yeah, it's just nice stuff like that everything joins up. You can see the dots joining and where the paths spread and where it could have gone, and it's, you know, that's just fun stuff. I think that's just well crafted, I suppose is the word. Also, in terms of reflecting on this village of desperate people, it was interesting to have 2 episodes one after the other, where the previous episode was wholly about the attitudes and the beliefs and all that of the higher echelons of this society and how they view the world and how they go about living their lives, versus people who are downtrodden, desperate, and all that. And you can sort of see the good and bad in both of them. I just think it's interesting to sort of show that, to show that there are perfections and imperfections in both sides of this coin. Neither one is wholly perfect, because as we saw last time, the higher echelons have this. There are some people in there who are just high and mighty, just believe in owning things and people and all that kind of stuff. And then over here, we've got people who are so desperate they are murdering their own leaders just to be the leader of a rinky-dink little town, and that's where their desperation has led them. And also to witch hunts, apparently, in a time where there's spaceships flying around. So it's just this. I just like seeing that kind of balance between showing the 2 sides of this coin, as it were. I feel like in this show so far, at least, the only people that have been shown to be, I mean, I don't think 2-dimensional is quite the right word, but in terms of they are what they are. They are as you see them, at least at this point in the show. Where I'm up to is that the actual Alliance officers, like people employed to be like military or whatever the case may be, they're the only ones in the show so far who are basically the Empire, right? They're basically stormtroopers and Imperial officers. They're just there to enforce the will of the Alliance, and as such they are, you know, gun-toting, heavy-handed, living by the letter of the rules that has been set down for them, and you know, take no prisoners kind of deal. And it would be interesting to see maybe later down the line if there's more to it than that. I don't know if the show's going to give us that or not, but I would be interested to see if there is an episode that might show people within the Alliance who aren't quite so like that. We got, I suppose, a little hint of it in the episode, I think it was episode 3, where the guy, after they saved his life, he decided to let them go rather than arresting them and imprisoning them and all that kind of stuff, which he could have easily done, but he decided to let them go. I would like to see an episode maybe more dedicated to that, to sort of showing someone within the Alliance who might have problems with the way it's run, or, you know, just something like that, and maybe just add an extra dimension to that world and that part of the world. But we will see that. I'll see if that happens or not. Who knows? But as for this episode, I did enjoy it. I liked that it kept twisting itself. Like, there was a twist within a twist, and it just kept me engaged with everything that was going on. I did enjoy it for that. And it's great to see Simon and River sort of off ship for a bit and actually engaging with the world a little bit more. That was great. And then at the end, I can't lie. I'm a sucker for the crew coming together and helping one another out, and seeing them show up to save them, and just embracing having dinner together and all that good stuff. You know, it's just good for the old heart, you know. But yeah, overall, a really enjoyable episode. I really like this one, and I look forward to the next one, which will be next week. So there we go. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button. Maybe consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos in the future. I was really going around with a loop on that one. There's also some links down below to various social media stuff if you're interested. And also, please do leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the show. Please, no spoilers for future episodes. But let me know what you think of this episode when you first saw it, or if there's anything I'm missing because I'm a dummy. Perfectly possible. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this. But that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you on the next